Hey guys, Potito Plays here, welcome back to my channel. Today we are here for the last video on the series uh, Deck Spotlight for all the champion legends in Spiritforged. And today we are talking about Rumble, which is also the legend from one of the precon decks. I don't think I mentioned that in Fiora, but Fiora is also a precon deck. What we've seen was basically an upgraded version of Fiora, and today we are looking at an upgraded version of Rumble. So Rumble is the legend for Fury and Mind, which is red and blue, and the ability is very simple. It's the first tribal mechanic in Riftbound. By tribal I mean if you played Magic, tribals, tribal or kindred as it is called now, it's basically a mechanic that cares about the creature's subtype or type. I don't know if in Riftbound it's called type or subtype. I have to check it out. But basically, Rumble cares if your units are mechs. Your mechs have shield 1 basically. So when they defend, they have +1 might. It's very simple, yet very effective. I have an even split on Fury and Rune, Fury and Mind runes here. Then I'm running Trifarian War Camp, the Arena's Greatest, and Obelisk of Power. And for my chosen champion, I've chosen Rumble Scrapper, which surprisingly comes in the deck, but I'm running 3 because I think the card is real good. Rumble Scrapper says your mechs have +1 might, including me. So he's basically a 5 energy and 1 blue power for a 5 might unit that buffs all your other units for 1. And he also says when I ult, play a 3 might mech unit token to your base. This ability is not gonna come up that often, but if it does, it's always good. You get a free token from holding, even though holding doesn't happen all that often. It's always good to have a good reward, because at least you're baiting your opponent into coming to you. And as you're going to see here, it's probably what you want to be doing. So then we are running 1 Blood Rush, which is also a new card. It's 1 energy for an action speed spell with repeat for 1. Give a unit assault 2. So if you pay the repeat, it's assault 4 or assault 2 to 2 different units. It's pretty good. Moving on, we have 3 Stupefy, just a generally good card. Danger Zone is Rumble's signature spell. So what Danger Zone does is it is a 1 energy and 1 power cost for a spell with reaction, so you can use it an instant speed. Basically you can respond to spells and abilities. You can play it on your opponent's turn during showdowns or even in your turn. And it gives your mechs +1 might this turn, so if you repeat it, it gives +2 might this turn. This card is crazy good if you're just trying to run mechs. Every time you play this card you will feel a power boost on your board, which is insane in this game. Yeah, this card is nuts. It's the reason why you're playing this deck. Also, the precon also includes 1 Danger Zone. But I would recommend, if you want to play Rumble, to get all 3. I don't know, buy multiple precons or buy from some other people that might be willing to sell danger zones that they opened on their boosters. So then we have 3 Jammer. I think we've seen this in other decks, because the card is just generally good, but happens to be a mech. So it's a 2 energy, 2 might unit that says when you play me, give a unit ganking this turn. It's not amazing, but it's a mech, and that does the cut for now. We have also 1 longsword, 3 frigid touches, and let's just stay here for a bit. So longsword is 2 energy, 1 red power with for an equipment with quick draw. Quick draw is the ability to play at reaction speed, and it also attaches to a unit the turn that you play it. So basically you can play it on your opponent's turn to make your mech gain +2. Your mech or your other units, you'll see we are running some that aren't mechs, because it's pretty difficult to make a deck full of mechs. Maybe you can, but you would leave your curve in shambles. But yeah, it's a combat trick in general that you can use on the defensive, unlike Blood Rush. You could even convince me to cut Blood Rush and have 2 long swords. It would be fine. Frigid Touch, it's -2 to a unit at reaction speed. It also has repeat for another 2. This is amazing. I would run this card in almost every blue deck. Not much to see here. It's a combat trick with reaction speed. That's what you want to be doing. And then we have 2 Ravenbloom Student, our only non-mech unit, I think, because we needed to round out the list, and so we included 2 Ravenbloom Student. We have a bunch of spells. So imagine you cast Danger Zone, all your mechs get +1, but Ravenbloom Student also gets +1 because of her ability. So it's not so bad. And then we have another 2-drop, which we have 3 of, which is Forecaster. Forecaster says your mechs have vision, so when you play them, you can look at the top card of your main deck and you may recycle it, so you can choose if it stays or goes to the bottom, like Scry in Magic, for example. It's pretty good if all your units enter the battlefield and do that. You get a lot of card selection. Then we are playing 3 Bubblebot. Bubblebot, it's 3 energy, 3 might. When you play me, ready another friendly mech. So this is basically First Mate, but for mechs. First Mate is a good card, so we are running this guy also. Plus it's a mech, he gets buffed by all other things. Rumble gives all your mechs shield 1, so all these guys you have to read them as they having additional shield. And they also get the other keywords from the other units that are buffing. Then we have 1 Assembly Rig. I've seen lists running multiple of these, but I think the card is pretty hard to make work. It's still 4 energy and another energy and the red power to activate. You have to recycle a unit from your trash to tap this and play a mech to your base. So basically, for this to be worth it, you have to at least play 2 mechs out of this. Otherwise, you just invested way too much resources for the 3 might mech, which is not all that great. And this requires units to be in your trash, which is also difficult to make happen unless you're giving away units in battle just because. I don't know, I like it, I wouldn't go overboard with it. 1 is fine, if you make it work it's amazing, but it really needs a couple of activations for you to get the value out of it. I wouldn't even play it if it's very late in the game. If you play it on curve and you get value every turn, then it's amazing. We have one Consult the Past from set 1, it's basically a draw 2, it's good enough to make the cut. Then we have Production Surge, which is a spell for 4 energy and 1 blue power, and it says this costs 2 less if you control a mech. Notice that this doesn't care if it's a token or not, so even if you just control a token mech, this works. Play a 3 might mech unit token to your base, so this gives you another token and then draws you a card. So if you play this for 2, that is very doable in this deck since almost everything is mechs. You get a 3 might mech and it draws you a card. Man, that's a sweet deal. That's a very good ratio. I like this card a lot. It allows you to go a little bit wide also. Then we have the Red Rumble, which is Rumble Hot-Headed. Your mechs have Assault, Assault 1 obviously. When I conquer, you may recycle another friendly unit to play a mech from your trash. Reduce its cost by the might of the unit you recycled. So this ability is really good, but notice that you have to conquer specifically with Rumble. It is very good. Nonetheless, you get to basically replay a unit. But you have to time this very well in order to get value out of it without just throwing Rumble away and actually getting a good mech out of this. If you get the following mech out of this, man, you just made bank. Because the next mech is Pharaoh's Forerunner. Probably one of the best red cards in the set. So it's a 6 energy and 1 red power for a 6 might unit, which is a Yordle and a mech. And as Death Knell, play 2 3 might mechs to your base. Basically you get this effect when it dies. So you're paying 6 energy to get a 6 might unit out of it, which by itself it's fine. But then it costs a power, so it had to do something else. But this something else, it's really insane, because it's basically giving you another 6 might across 2 bodies, which means you get, like, each body gets the shield, each body gets assault from Red Rumble, because having multiple bodies on a deck that cares about tribal is always good, because every single body is getting the benefits of your tribal stuff. Yeah, I think this card is great, and it's even better in this deck because of all the synergies. Then we included 2 Singularity as a general removal. It's very good, especially in blue. There's an argument we could be running, I forgot the name, Starfall, the one that deals 3 2 times basically. But the thing is, we don't really want to throw away red power in that manner and in very early game. Maybe you can just cast it by the end of the game, but I think it falls off. And then as our last unit, we have Breakneck Mech, which is a 8 energy and 2 blue power for a 7 might unit that says your mechs have deflect and ganking. I enter ready if you control another mech. So it's basically a 7 might mech that enters ready and gives deflect and ganking to all mechs. I think it includes himself. Yeah, it does. So this card is nuts. It's amazing in this deck. The problem is getting to the 8 energy, because probably you will be tempted to spend it along the way. But even then, if you ever get to this point, you're just slamming one of the biggest guys in the table and buffing all your other mechs. While I don't think Rumble is the best thing you can do in this set, this is a very cool build. So then for the sideboard we have Thermo Beam, because you're running very few to no gear. You can even shave Assembly Rig when you cut cards to the sideboard, and maybe the Longsword to play your Thermo Beams so it doesn't affect you. We have Rocket Barrage, which is also cool against gear. We have Piercing Light and Below's Breath, so you can kill people that go more wide than you do with tokens. And then we have Thousand Tail Watcher, mostly as a way to win the game for the same scenario. Yeah, I think Rumble is faring pretty well against other decks, but I don't think it's gonna be top tier. I think I've seen Kaisa utilizing Pharaoh's Forerunner and Rumble Added for Kaisa decks and getting value out of them. So I think that the assumption we can make in Riftbound is that generally powerful legends are gonna be strictly better than these niche ones, because they aren't restricted to a niche unless they keep releasing mechs on the next editions, and then Rumble might get stronger than this. Because right now you're kinda confined to playing these cards, which are the mechs you have available to you. You don't have much leeway. But with time you might get more tools, and this deck might become better in the future, because I think Tribal is usually very strong. I think, and Danger Zone especially is an insane card, and I think Rumble Scrapper is also an insane card. So what's left is base units that also play the game very well and that are very efficient. And I think they did a good job of balancing these units and making them synergize with each other. I think giving vision, ganking, deflect is pretty cool. But I don't know, I think you need some more power boosts here and there, even if they are just like temporary power boosts or power debuffs or something attached to a mech body. That would be cool. Maybe we see that in the future. But well guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Leave your comments down below, like and subscribe if you will. And I see you guys on the next one. I have a few videos lined up. Bye!